Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about dealing with oppression. Um, I think when I turned, I don't know, like 34 or something, and I hear that a lot. Guys, once they get to a certain age, they start feeling a little depressed. Now, mine is not as severe as someone who deals with that on a daily, but things to help you get through it or get over it. For the most part, if it's something that's that serious, yeah, you're gonna need to go to the doctor and probably have to do some therapy, and you're probably on medication or probably had to get on medication to help with it. But guys, for guys who's not dealing with that all the time, things to help get over it or get through it is to pretty much keep your mind busy, man. Normally they hit me I think it was like my 31st birthday. Somebody was in my living room, and the minute that it had passed 12, it hit me. I'm like, man, what am I doing in my life? I'm this old. I have a family, nothing like that. So, yeah, I was really just really feeling it, right? So, but I ended up going out. I think I went to like the movies or something like that. So, guys, when you're in a situation like that, man, keep your mind busy. Get for that. I tell you this all the time, the gym, but also find a hobby. Find a hobby, man. Something that fulfills you, something that gives you joy, something that motivates you. To wake up the next day and then do it again. That's so important with this. You're Arthur, or you like putting together cars, or you like to paint, stuff like that, man. It's so important for you guys to have a hobby as well to fight off that depression. And we all know about depression. A lot of people pass away because of it. Some people, they don't know how to really get through it. They don't have someone to talk to. That's why I'm always encouraging people, to get whatever off their mind. Go ahead and get it off their mind. Like I said, even though I'm a stranger, it helps them, man. Because a lot of people, they don't have no one to go to, or they feel like they don't have anyone to go to, just to really just unload, what's causing them to feel down. For them to have this depression. So a lot of times it's just having that friend or someone you can go and confide to, and talk about your problems. It's not about me giving them solutions. It's about just listening to their stories, man. Listen to what they're going through. So if you have a guy like that, or man, reach out a helping hand, man. Sit down and talk to him and let him get whatever's off his chest, and that way that'll help him get to the next day or whatever, man. That's really all it is. I mean, it's sad to see a lot of people. Me, I don't have, really have any friends or anything like that, but it sucks to where if you're down and out, not necessarily saying it's depression, but when you're just feeling real down and out, you don't have no one to go to that's really going to listen to you, man. Because, I talk to so many guys about that, and the fact that they have someone they can go to, but they know they're not going to listen to. They know that they don't care, and that makes them just hold, like, just it's building up that low self-esteem. It's building up, that self-confidence. It's destroying all that, man. It's destroying all that. So, that mental illness is a big thing. And I say this all the time about people, but I know guys, they always want to overlook that. Nah, man, find somebody you can just really just sit down and talk to and get off your chest. Because at the end of the day, I always look at it like this. Listen, man, if I just go ahead and get this person to open up to me, I probably have saved their life or whatever, man. You know what I mean? So I always look at it like that. I'm not here to be a psychiatrist or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, listen, man, if you're going through something, just say it, man. Talk, tell people about it. Tell me about it, whatever. It helps even more because it's coming from a stranger, so they really don't have to worry about whether they think about it or they care. They don't have to worry about that person judging them. You know what I mean? Even if that person is judging, they're like, well, it's a stranger, whatever. So no, it's not so much, they're putting on the plate, as far as with them, compared to like their mom or their sister or their siblings, you know what I mean, or their girlfriend or something like that. You know what I mean? To where at some point in time, it's a possibility they'll use it against you. You know what I mean? They'll use your flaws against you. Whatever you're going through, they'll throw that back in your face. That's why a lot of people don't want to talk to someone that they know about it. They just keep to themselves. And then on top of that, it happens so much, right? Depression. I don't know anyone who probably never, who had depression or what. I don't know. You got people who handle it a different kind of way. Some people probably don't have it. I don't know. But it's a lot of people that have depression but they don't feel comfortable talking, like venting to their family, their friends or family, because they know, or they feel like they don't care, or they're going to, they're not listening to them at all. They're going to use it against them. That's why a lot of people, they end up that, when they're dealing with the depression, they just end up letting it stack up. It just pile up over the years to the point to where, they snap, whether they take their life or somebody else or both, right? You hear the stories, but it's always a reason to what, it's always, you got to find out where it began, right? It normally end up something small and then it'll just grow from there. But a lot of times, especially with the kids, the parents be like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, you a little kid or whatever. You don't know nothing about being depressed or being sad. Get over it." So that it normally starts from a childhood, from their parents or parent just ignoring the fact that the kid is going through something. And then as they get older, they deal with that. As they get older, they never find a way out, right? They never find someone they can just release all that built up depression for over the years, and they just develop some kind of pattern to where, like, okay, well, no one cares, no one's gonna listen to me, so I just deal with it myself. And then it gets worse, it just keep building up to the point to where something terrible actually happens, whether it's drug addiction or like I said, they end up unaliving themselves or someone else, and that's normally what happens. I mean, not saying everyone does that. Again, it's not talked about as much, but a lot of people, they deal with that to the point of where they end up doing that because they feel like they don't have anyone that's going to listen to them or nothing like that, or their voice is not important at all. So they end up doing that. So guys, if you're dealing with depression, like I said, I dealt with that before, but the thing for me what I did to get out of it is just when I just left the house, man. I left my place. I went out and I know I went to go see a movie, something like that. Just get my mind out of it, because when you're at your place and you're just alone with your thoughts, that's when it'll come your way for the most part. And I'm not speaking, I don't know anyone who has it, on a regular. I'm just speaking from my experience. So whenever I felt like, okay, my mood is starting to shift for the worse, I'll go leave my place. I'll go actually go do something, whether it's a walk or I'll go somewhere. You know what I mean? I'll go to the gym or whatever. I'll just leave my place and I'll go out somewhere and go do something to get my mind off. And then when I come back, I go ahead and carry on the rest of my day. That's really what it is, man. But I'm telling you something right now, guys. Please don't go to drugs. Don't go to alcohol, because at the end of the day, your problems it's never going to disappear. You're just masking the issue. You have to attack the actual problem for you to actually get better with it. So I know a lot of people, they go to drugs and alcohol to cope with the whole depression thing. And like I say, the older you get, the worse it get, because you never found a way to go ahead and just battle that depression. So again, if you have any friends or whatever like that, man, I'm gonna say this too, man. The internet, bro. I know the internet, you can use it for good or bad or whatever like that, but of course the internet, man. I know they got people, YouTubers or whatever like that, who I'm pretty sure who has channels about depression or whatever. Go to them channels, man. You talk to them people in the comment section, man. You got people there that's gonna actually listen to you because they going through that too. Or they know somebody who been through that and they don't want to see, they don't want to see someone to go through that again or whatever like that. So they're gonna be there to support you, bro. That's really what it is. So it's not necessarily saying that you need to find someone else who has depression. It's not about that. You need to have somebody who's actually willing to listen to you, bro, who actually there to help you, get through that situation. So it's not about, again, an alcoholic. You don't want to go hang out with another alcoholic. You know what I mean? It's a terrible combination. So it's just about going to those places to where it's people there that's going through the same thing you're going through, and actually having someone there to help you out, to get you out that hole, man. So that's really what it is, guys. But again, I know, because I speak to so many people, man. They don't feel comfortable with talking to their friends and family. I get it. They feel like, because it happens so much to where, like I said, it's either they believe that or it actually happens to them, to where it's like, okay, now I'm a burden on these people because I'm coming to them all the time, expressing what I'm going through, to the point where I feel uncomfortable telling them now, because I'm always coming to them. I guess it's like, when you ask somebody for a favor, and some people don't give a shit, but like a decent person, and then you keep coming back to that person asking for favors. After a while, you're gonna feel bad about doing it. It's like, man, I'm over here now. I'm a burden, whether they tell you that or not. It's the same thing. So again, guys, don't go to the wrong route with drugs and alcohol, man. Go ahead and find you these little groups or whatever. Like I say, go online, man. Go online. You don't have to leave your place, bro, to find these people. Go online, and you got these communities online to where they'll help you get through them tough days or whatever, man. So I'm just telling you guys right there. Like I said, I never dealt with that like on a hardcore level, but I did deal with that a couple times, in my life. But like I said, the best thing I did was just get out, man. And it's so important for you guys to, like I said, get your ass in them books, man. Go ahead and go to the gym, man. Go outside, get you a bike, ride your bike, get your dog, you know what I mean? Take your dog outside. It helps so much when you go outside. It's so easy to be locked in your room for days at a time, bro. You know what I mean? Isolated from civilization. Anybody can turn off their phone. You know what I mean? But it's not going to help you, bro. You got to get out there and start living your life regardless. Like I said, I know some people out there that's dealing with it for real. They dealing with that every day, you know, every day, all day or whatever. You know, but in that situation, you know, go ahead and get you some professional help, man. And then that'll help you, you know, get through the day a little bit better. But if you just sitting there, you got depression on a highest level, man, you gonna get some help, bro. That's the best thing I tell you. So I'm gonna let you guys know, man, don't ever feel bad because you want somebody to listen to whatever's going on in your day, man. Never develop that kind of lifestyle to where you believe like, okay, I don't want to talk about my problems, I'm a man or whatever, or I don't want to feel like I'm a burden to somebody, man. No, man, like I said, go online, find these groups, bro. Get your ass on YouTube, get your ass on all those social medias that you're on right now. You know, you probably on or whatever. Get on there, man. Search for that, depression groups or whatever like that. They're gonna be there, bro, to help you, man. So I don't want you to make it seem like you're alone or nothing like that, bro. It's people actually that's willing to listen to you, man. So don't, you know, I understand you probably got friends and people that's close to you that don't give a shit or don't want to listen to you or whatever. They try to play it up like, oh, it's not a big deal, get over it. Nah, it's people out here actually going through it, and it's people actually out here, man, that's helping support people like you, bro, that help you get through the situation. So again, guys, make sure you have some hobbies, man. Get your ass outside, get some sunlight, you know what I mean? Do something outside every day or whatever. You don't have to be out there all day, every day, but just whether you're walking around the neighborhood or whatever like that, just do something to keep your mind active, because whenever you isolate yourself, man, that depression gonna come to you like a thief in the night, man. So never isolate yourself from the world. Just learn to deal with it. And like I say, it's proper procedures to help you get through it better. If anything, get rid of it. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna never have depression. I don't know. You know what I mean? I never was in that situation where I just was always dealing with that. Like I said, it came to me when I got to like one of my birthdays or whatever. I'm like, oh damn, you know. So, but other than that, man, you know, hey guys, keep your head up, man. And it's don't ever feel like you're the only one here, bro. Like, don't ever feel like that no one cares about you, nothing like that, man. Because people out here that actually love you to death, man. They actually want to see you do great and want you to be the best person you ever can be, man. So anyway, guys, if you have any stories, any suggestions, you already know, leave them down below. Like, share, subscribe. And no matter what, always protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose. All right, guys.